What's up, everyone? We are back at it today, and we're taking a look at the Type S T401 dual view 4K dash camera with AI driver assistance. Now, it's February 2026, and this unit has been out in the wild for quite a while now, originally making waves back in late 2024. In the tech world, 18 months to 2 years can feel like a century, especially with the release of the newer T402 and the T400 Plus models. So the question we have to ask today is the T401 still going strong, or has it been left in the rearview mirror? Let's find out today. We'll also put the update price and purchase links down in the description for your convenience. So without any further ado, let's get started. When we look at the installation, we have to give Type S some credit. They've made the physical setup about as painless as it gets. Before you even think about peeling off any adhesive, we always recommend connecting the camera to a power source just to test the unit. There's nothing worse than routing wires through your headliner only to find out you've got a dud. Once you know it's live, you jump straight into the mounting phase. They include a transparent adhesive film that goes on the windshield first, and then the camera sticks to that. This is a small detail, but we love it because it means you aren't baking permanent glue onto your glass. We found that routing the cables along the passenger side is the best way to keep the cockpit clean and keep the wires out of your field of vision. You just tuck it into the headliner, run it down the A-pillar, and hide it behind the weather stripping. If you're just looking for basic plug-and-play use, it powers right off your 12V socket and turns on and off with the car. However, if you actually want that nighttime park and record mode, which we think is essential, you're going to need to grab the hardwire kit. This keeps the camera alive while the car is parked without killing your battery, giving you that extra layer of security. If we talk about the hardware longevity, the T401 uses a supercapacitor rather than a traditional lithium battery, and honestly, that's why these units are still alive and kicking in 2026. Capacitors are built for the long haul, especially in the heat, and we haven't seen the swelling or power failure issues that plague cheaper battery-based cams. The 4K front-facing lens still produces a sharp image, good enough to catch license plates in most daytime conditions, though compared to the newer Starvis 2 sensors hitting the market now, it can struggle a bit more with light flare at night. The 1080p interior camera with infrared is still a solid win for rideshare drivers, providing clear cabin footage even in total darkness. Most dash cams are set it and forget it, but with a T401, if you don't calibrate it perfectly, the AI features are going to be useless. The camera enters calibration mode automatically after you set the date and time. You're presented with a green vertical line and a red horizon line on the screen. You have to align that green line with the absolute center of your car and the red horizon with the actual horizon of the road. If your car is tilted or the camera is angled even slightly wrong, the collision warnings will trigger at the wrong times. Once you hit that check mark, you're technically ready, but there is a catch. The AI features won't actually work until you have a solid GPS lock. We noticed it can take a minute or two to find the satellites, so you usually have to start driving before the system fully wakes up. Once you're out on the freeway, the AI suite starts to show its true colors. The system includes 4 main helpers: forward collision warning, lane departure warning, pedestrian collision warning, and a stop-and-go reminder. The forward collision warning kicks in at speeds over 25 miles per hour. If it senses you're closing the gap on the car in front of you too quickly, it hits you with an audio and visual alert. In our testing, it's a solid feature, but it takes a day or two to get used to the sensitivity. The lane departure warning works in a similar way. If you start drifting over the lines without a turn signal, it lets you know. It's effective, but on narrower back roads, it can be a bit chatty. Then there's the pedestrian warning, which is great for city driving, and the stop-and-go reminder, which is honestly a lifesaver in heavy traffic when you might be distracted for a second and don't notice the car in front of you has pulled away. To actually manage all this footage and the AI settings, you have to use the Type S Drive app. There are 2 ways to get connected. You can either scan a QR code directly off the dashcam screen, or go the old-school route by connecting to the camera's Wi-Fi manually using the standard 123456789 password. Once you're in the app, the interface is pretty intuitive. You can download clips wirelessly, adjust your sensitivity levels, and handle firmware updates. We found the wireless download speeds to be decent, but if you're trying to pull a massive 4K file, you're still going to be waiting a few minutes. So, is the Type S T401 still going strong? We'd say yes, maybe, but with some caveats. If you already own one, there is very little reason to rush out and replace it. It's a reliable, rugged, and clear 4K witness that hasn't let us down. It survives the heat, the G-sensor is still snappy, and the video evidence is high quality. But if you're in the market for a new camera today, you might want to look at the newer T400 Plus or T402, maybe the newer ARC models from Thinkware. They've got excellent parking protection tech. For those of us still rocking the T401, it remains a vigilant co-pilot that has aged gracefully. So that's our long-term look at the T401. It's a veteran in the space now, but it still puts in the work every time you start the engine. If you've been running this camera for the last couple of years, we want to hear from you. Has yours survived the summer heat? Any issues with the mounting tape? Let us know in the comments. If you're looking for a deal, you can often find these at a great price now that the newer models are out, so we'll put the latest links in the description. If you found this still going strong review helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tech updates. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace.